Hello again, everybody. We are back for another episode of I Did a Thing, Volume 2. In the last episode, which can be viewed here, I believe, you will see that I did a thing called buying a motorcycle. Well, I did it again. Okay, so obviously I've got some explaining to do. This right here is a 2007 Hayabusa, and it is bone stock. There is literally the only modification this entire vehicle whatsoever is a Snoopy sticker, which I did put on there. It's even got the mud flap on it. And when I purchased this a few weeks ago, it had 950 miles on it. 950 miles. Apparently it had never been taken out of second gear, never been taken on the highway. Unfortunately, the paint isn't great. The previous owner, in and out of the garage, just sort of wheeling it back and forth, but he hardly ever drove it, and eventually he decided to just get rid of it. It has been, I guess, scraped up against things, so there's that. However, one man's loss is another man's gain, sure. I mean, I like motorcycles, and if you know about Hayabusas, or you know about motorcycles, you know that the Hayabusa, at least at one time, I have to stop playing with these keys, at least at one time was the fastest production motorcycle in the world. I believe now there are faster ones, but they're like supercharged and whatever. This thing is ridiculously fast. It is also the size of the two motorcycles that I own, engines combined. I have a 600 CBR, which is a Honda, and I have the 700 Yamaha, the blue one in the most recent video. This is a 1300, and it is really, really fast. It is really, really fast, and I don't drive like that. I'm not that kind of motorcyclist. I enjoy the ability to be able to go fast if I need to get out of trouble or whatever, but I'm just not, I don't know, I'm just not that guy. But I'm a big dude, and a big motorcycle is nice. It's not required. If you're a big dude, you don't have to. You can still ride a 250 if you want to. It doesn't matter. But this bike was one of those right place, right time kind of situations. I had the Yamaha at my mechanic doing some minor things that I wanted done to it, like like right here where the turn signals are on the R7, they like stick out like rabbit ears. It's just, ugh, they're like the big monstrous things that stick out. And so I had them flush mounted, and then I had a fender delete. So on the R7, this area here like sticks out way down. It's like this big impennage sticking down, and I just didn't like it, so it's all tucked up. While I was there, I made a joke. I'm outside, there's cars going by. I made a joke about wanting to buy a turbo Hayabusa. Thanks, Yammy Noob. And my mechanic goes, I've got one for sale. I said, you have a turbo Hayabusa? And he said, no, I just got a regular Hayabusa for sale, but it's a deal and you want it. It turns out a guy needed to sell his bike, and needed it for an extremely low price. And I happened to have that kind of money on hand, so I slept on it, and I was there when my mechanic opened shop, and I was like, don't sell it. I'll go to the bank now. And I went and bought it. So this is ridiculously cheap. I'm not going to say what I bought it for, but let's just say it was like half what I paid for the other bike, in that range. So I now have 3 motorcycles, 2 that I can actually drive. Sorry if I'm making everybody sick by moving around, but whatever. So I'm right in front of the sign at work. Will this fall? Yeah, it's gonna fall. All right, that'd be weird. So what's the plan with this thing? I want to try to refresh it, bring it back to life. It drives beautifully. It drives absolutely fabulously. But there's, like, little things. But I don't want to do anything too undoable, aside from like paint and such. Because I'm gonna sell this. I'm not gonna own it forever. I'll have it for a year or so. But with miles that low, even if I put like 1,000 miles on it, it's gonna be easy to sell it, because you just can't find. This is a time capsule. It's crazy. So what am I doing with it? So first off, it's got these rocket booster exhausts, and there's 2 of them, and that is just not okay. I hate that. That is the thing that I hate about this bike. That look is just absolutely terrible. That screams late 90s, early 2000s. So I'm actually going to go for a 4-into-1. It's good. So it's going to have exhaust on this side only. I'm going with the Voodoo exhaust. It is short. It's black. It's ridiculously loud. Ridiculously loud. My bartender just stuck her head out. She's right over there. Peace. She likes motorcycles too. You should go for a ride on this later. She went back inside. So that is going to be very, very loud, like piss off your neighbors loud, which is fine by me. And then, what else am I doing to this thing? Oh, upgrading the brakes, brake lines, actually. I'm going steel brake lines on it. So right now it's like really squishy, spongy, that's the word. And I don't like that. I want a firmer feel, so I'm going to upgrade it to graded steel brake lines. And then paint. We're going to paint it. So I'm probably going to have a like chameleon style paint or something that's going to flip-flop. Purple and blue are going to be in there. Tomorrow I lock down. Oh, by the way, it's Jeep Beach here in Daytona. So there's just Jeeps everywhere. No one can drive. It's deadly to be on the roads. There will be no turn signals ever used. If you own a Jeep, it's your fault. So there we go. So that's the update on this thing. The Yamaha is, that'll show up in another video. But for right now, I just want to introduce everybody to this thing, which is cool. Yeah, so I got a Hayabusa. Fun fact, Hayabusa is the Japanese word for peregrine falcon, which is one of the fastest birds in the world. And that's what that is. It has nothing to do with the Ninja Gaiden video game. You'll learn something. All right, buddy. Check you next time. Bye. Oh my God. Did I almost just forget my catchphrase? Cancel me immediately. All right, so wear your seatbelt. Obviously, wear a helmet if you're on a motorcycle. And if you're in a strip club, like the one right there, and there happens to be a DJ, like the one right here, tip him so he can buy more Hayabusas. All right, buddy. See ya.